Good afternoon. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You knowing what you're wanting? It moves about, doesn't it? Fast. It's moving about fast, isn't it? Are you enjoying? This is not a trick question. The contrast of your time and place? It matters a lot, doesn't it? So, you know what we talk about here, yeah? How you are so much more than you see in these bodies. You're extensions of source energy. And you came with very powerful intention. You knew that this environment, this time-space reality would inspire you to continuing new desires. And you knew that once a desire happened within you, that it would begin to become. You knew that. And you knew that your focus would make all of the difference. You knew that your focus would cause the desire to be born. And you knew that your desire would be the reason that it happens, as fast as it happens, or as slow as it happens, when it happens. You understood all of that as you made the powerful decision to come into this body. Since you've been here, if you're like most humans, you've sort of forgotten that bargain that you made. And you've become observers. In fact, almost everyone you know offers most of their vibrational output in response to what they are observing. Well, that matters a lot, because your vibrational output, this energy that you emanate because of what you're thinking about, it is your point of attraction. The law of attraction is responding to that vibration that you're emanating. And so sometimes when you're not living something that you want, you know really clearly what you would prefer, and you say the words and you launch the rocket, and your inner being, who remains non-physically focused, focuses on this rocket of desire that you've given birth to, and the law of attraction begins to summon the cooperative components to what you've asked for. But sometimes, in fact, really often, in fact, more often than not, most humans give birth to a desire, but they counter it with their awareness of what is. They continue to focus upon the reason that they want something different, to talk about what they've got rather than what they want, to try to get others to get them to understand how they feel about not having what they want and how they feel about having what they've got. And so often you, most everyone, hold yourself in vibrational discord with what you want. And that matters, because what you are mostly thinking about is what equals your point of attraction. Have you been listening to us for a little while? We've been talking about this stuff for decades. And as we are offering blocks of thought to Esther, really like a radio signal, she finds equivalent words that sort of explain to you in easier form what it is we know. Often you feel the resonance with that. So we're just going to take a very brief moment here, and we want to offer you an analogy that will help you to be more clear about your point of attraction. So envision yourself walking around with a bag of marbles. And let's, just for clarification, let's understand that in that bag of marbles is every thought you've ever thought. It's either a really big bag or they're really little marbles, but you get the point. So everywhere you go, When you walk into a segment, when you walked into this room, it was a new segment. When the music changed and Esther hit the stage, it's a new segment. Now Abraham's addressing you, it's a new segment. The telephone rings, it's a new segment. You get what we're talking about. It's anytime your intentions change. So when you walk into this segment, this new segment, you're actually walking into this field of attraction, this environment where the law of attraction, it's in every segment and it's in every place you go. This law of attraction is responding to not your entire bag of marbles, just what's active in your bag. And what's active in your bag really is just what you believe. Your belief is a thought that you continue to think, and if you continue to think it, then it's active. And if it's active, then law of attraction is responding to it, and law of attraction is matching you up with things that match what you've got going on. Isn't that a nice and quite easy way to understand what you've got going on? So sometimes people say, well, can I just reach into that bag and pluck out the ones that aren't helping and just throw them off in the bushes? And we say they'll be right back, unless you're thinking a different thought. So rather than thinking about throwing them off in the bushes or plucking them out of the bag, just activate something that is better for you. And how would you know what that is? Well, there's a really easy way to know. And that is, whenever you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And you've launched a rocket of desire. We've been telling you for a long time that that rocket emanates and it is gathered up in this vibrational reality. We've called it a vibrational reality. We've called it a vibrational escrow, your vibrational escrow. We've called it the vortex. It's this vibrational state of beingness where your inner being, that part of you that you were before you came into this body, that remained non-physically focused, some call it soul, source. So when you indicate a preference to something, your inner being focuses on it with no resistance whatsoever. And a strong gathering begins to happen. But the question is, are you one of the cooperative components that's gathered? And often you are, but more often you're not. Because you're so aware of what is. What is has so much of your attention. It's like you want to talk about what is and explain what is and gather together with other people who see what is the way you see what is. And if what is pleasing to you, then give it all the attention and talk about it all the time and join groups that talk about it too. But if what is isn't pleasing you, if what is isn't enough of something that you want or need, or if what is something that you really don't want, then, as Jesus said, and many other teachers have described it in similar ways with different words, turn the other cheek. Give your attention to what you do want. Because what you've got your attention upon is what your point of attraction is really about. And your point of attraction is being answered constantly. And you'll hear this as we're moving through this day. So we're eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. There is nothing that is off limits. You're going to notice a really nice unfolding because this gathering happened before you dragged your physical selves here. What you've been thinking about and wanting is understood. And we'll have a really good day together, as it is our primary intention to help you find ways of soothing any resistance you have to what you want, no matter what it is, whether it's something up close and personal to you, like your physical body or your bank account or your lover, or something bigger out there in the world, like what's going on someplace else. You get to look around and you get to choose what you want about anything that matters to you. And when it matters to you, it matters to source. When it matters to you, it matters to your inner being. We just want to show you how you've got to get on the vibrational wavelength with what matters to you, not with what is. Not with what is. Because what is keeps just being more of what is. Just keeps being more of what is. It can't change until you sift and sort and say, I'd like this difference. But when you say, I'd like this difference, You got to describe the difference. You've got to find a way of activating so much of that difference in your bag of marbles that your law of attraction is about that difference that you have chosen. And then the law of attraction will bring you through your path of least resistance more and more and more and more and more and more evidence of what you want. And as more and more and more of that evidence of what you want comes to you, as you manifest it into the see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, then you know what happens? Then you'll start to believe it. We can't give you your belief because words don't teach. We can just tell you how it works. And you can practice how it works. And the law of attraction won't let you down. It will give you precisely what's active in your vibration all day, every day, you and everybody else.